How y'all doing? I'm gonna see who's up in the middle of the night. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm not really sure what's going on over here. Oh, okay. We over here too. We'll just see who's up. Anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am scheduled to do prayer live in 20 minutes, so I thought I would drop in and do a live teaching here on my social media and strategy pages. Hey, before I get ready for 2 a.m. prayer, which I do every Thursday morning and Tuesday morning. I pray live at 2 o'clock in the morning on my ministry platform pages, which is Pastor Kels. So good morning to you. I have no idea who's going to be up right now, but I imagine if you missed this, you'll come back and watch it later. So because I'm going to move on into my prayer time for 2 a.m., I'm going to go ahead and do a brief teaching, and y'all can watch it, come back and watch it. You got me some water? Thank you. I didn't know that you had this one. I didn't know which page this was over here, so I had to come out and come back in because I couldn't tell. I wasn't sure which one. Thank you. So kind. I was reaching for it. Thank you. Anyway, we've only got about 15 minutes. So I want to make it count. And as you're dropping in, make sure you subscribe to the channel. What I want to talk about really quickly when it comes to brand strategy and social media presence and just building your brand in general, one of the things that you have to do is be committed to the unseen. And that is easier said than done. It looks as if you are wasting your time when you are making a commitment to something you cannot see in the natural, right? But I want you to know that the invisible stage of strategy is a real thing. There is a point in time when you are working on your gift, working on your brand, working on your product, but it's the invisible stage, and we all have to go through it. We all have to go through this stage where it looks like nothing is happening. It looks like you're wasting your time. It looks like you missed the instruction. I mean, it's just a really hard place to be in, but it's something that you have to commit to pushing through. So really quickly, we're going to go through a few things, and I'm going to let you all go. And as you're dropping in and you're seeing this live video, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. It's going to be a blessing to you. I'm here to give you advice and tips and show you cool edits that we do as a part of our social media content and management part of our business. But tonight I just want to give you a brief teaching on commitment to the unseen. So number one, the invisible stage of strategy. Every vision has an invisible stage. It's the period where nothing looks like it's working, yet everything is actually being built beneath the surface. And that's why it looks like nothing is working. It looks like nothing is working because the work is being done below the surface, right? Just like a seed in the soil, the most critical transformation happens in the part that you cannot see. You know, you put a seed in the ground, but you cannot see what's happening below the soil. And so if you're not mindful of this process, you will be discouraged and you will quit. But just like a seed in the soil, the most critical transformation happens where your eyes cannot see it. Commitment to the unseen means you have to keep watering when it looks like nothing is happening. You have to keep showing up when it looks like nothing is happening. And you have to keep executing even when you don't see the fruit of it yet. So that's number one, the invisible stage of strategy. Number two, I am a Christian. Faith is my foundation. Hebrews 11:1 says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So when you cannot see it working, that's where your faith comes in. Faith is your receipt. Faith is your title deed. Faith is your evidence of the things that you do not see working in the natural. You have to trust they're working in the realm of the spirit, and it's only a matter of time before you see it manifest in the natural. And make sure as you're popping in tonight that you subscribe to my channel. Faith is your receipt that you're working towards something that already exists in the realm of God. So it may look like it's not happening, but you got to understand it does exist. It just still exists in the spiritual realm. But as you continue to press forward, as you continue to work on your vision, as you continue to put one foot in front of the other, it's only a matter of time before that thing you're trusting God to do, that thing you've been working on, the manifestation of the promise, is going to come down into the natural realm. But it takes faith to pull it down. And you have to be willing to commit to what you cannot see. That's the thing. You have to be willing to commit to the unseen. When you commit to the unseen, that's you cashing in on your faith. Number 3, strategy requires vision beyond eyesight. You have to have a strategy, a method for what you cannot see in the natural. Because just because you cannot see it does not mean it's emptiness. You just can't see it yet in the natural. You got to see it with the eyes of your spirit. Just think about Noah and the ark. Imagine building an ark and saying it's going to rain, and nobody even knew what rain was. Like, that's tough. Or Joseph managing the prison when there was no elevation and no promotion in sight outside of what God showed him in the beginning. There was no signs in the prison that Joseph would ever be promoted. All Joseph had was the dream that God had given him in the beginning. But commitment to the unseen is strategy, because when you can commit to the unseen, you're not behind, you're actually ahead, because being committed to a strategy for the unseen pushes you ahead of the rest. So by the time other people actually see it, you've already been working on it, because you saw it in the eyes of your spirit. With the eyes of your spirit, God already showed you. And when God showed you, unlike some people who dismissed the instruction, you ran with the instruction. And guess what? In the end, you're going to be the one who's ahead of everybody else. Here's another one. So that's number 1 is the invisible stage of strategy. Number 2 is faith as the foundation. Number 3 is strategy requires vision beyond sight. Strategy requires vision beyond sight. Number 4, the danger of quitting too early. Now that's a tough one, because when it looks like nothing is happening, it's very tempting to quit. Make sure if you're popping in right now that you subscribe to my channel. But listen to this one. There's a danger of quitting too early, because most people abandon the unseen stage because it feels like failure. When you are working on something and you're working really hard on something and it looks like it's not working for you, many people abandon whatever this is that you are trusting God to do for you. We give up mid-process because it looks like nothing is happening. And most people cannot commit long-term to something that looks like it is not working, because we interpret the unseen as failure. Sometimes we confuse silence with absence. But silence from the natural is often proof that it's working in the spirit realm. If you quit before the manifestation, you abort what was maturing underground. You just have to give it time. If you know you're working on it, you know you're committed to it, you know you're doing what you're supposed to do, you just have to give that thing time. So here's some practical steps, and we're going to get out of here. Make a decision that you're going to show up consistently for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Like, for instance, God gave me an instruction to pray at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I used to pray at 11:30 p.m. twice a week for midnight prayer. We would pray from about 11:30 to 12:30, really 12:15 or so. And I've been doing that for months. And I used to do it way back in the day for years. And then the Lord said, I want you to switch to 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. That's why I got to go now. And I don't know how long we've been doing it. What, 2 or 3 months? 2 or 3 months we've been doing it. At least 2 months, probably 3. Praying live twice a week at 2 a.m. Now, I already pray at 6 a.m. most days of the week. And then I turn around and do 2 a.m. twice a week. And the Lord gave me the instruction to pray at 2 a.m. And that's a hard instruction. And honestly, I started doing it. And when I first did it, some people jumped on. And then as I continued to do it, the numbers slacked off some. But guess what? I still show up. And now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my YouTube platform for my Pastor Kels page, where I do my prayers and my other content, there's just a wind blowing over it. But I caught that wind by obeying the instruction to pray at 2 a.m. But it didn't take off right away. No, I had to keep showing up. But had I only given it a week or two, I would have missed a wind. I think we gained about 5,000 subscribers last week just from the prayers at like 2 o'clock in the morning. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, okay, if you give up prematurely, you won't see that. You'll think it's not working. But that's a part of the faith test. And that's a part of the test. Can God rely on you to not give up when it gets hard? So I show up anyway. And now out of nowhere, after doing this for a few months, there's a wind blowing over it. And I'm not surprised, but I am glad I didn't give up. Because had I given up in a few days or a few weeks, I would have mistakenly interpreted that as failure or that I missed the instruction. So my recommendation to whatever it is, whatever you're building, whatever you're trusting God to do, whatever systems you are improving, whatever you're getting rid of, eliminating, give it time. Make a decision. I'm going to do this for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, 180 days, or whatever. And then I'll come back to the table and I will reevaluate to see if it's actually working, to see if I see visible results. Because I did see visible results in about probably 60 days. Here's a catch. Measure faithfulness, not followers. Don't judge. Do not judge by external applause. Track your own consistency. If you are being consistent, you on your way. It doesn't matter who is or is not clapping right now. If you can just be consistent in what you've been called to do, you'll rise above the rest. Trust me, because most people give up and quit prematurely. So you don't measure your productivity by followers. And I know that goes against what we're taught in the natural. And we all want followers. I want them too. But more than anything, I want to be obedient to what God said. And I know the increase is automatic in the timing of God, the perfect timing of God. So we don't measure faithfulness. We measure faithfulness, not followers. So you don't judge by external applause. Track your own consistency. And I say this all the time. People will clap you off of a cliff. They will cheer you on until you lose it all. So somebody's applause really doesn't mean a whole lot. Okay? Remember that. And no matter what, make sure you hit the subscribe button on the channel. I just dropped in tonight. I'm about to get off and do prayer now on the Pastor Kels page. But always speak future. Always speak future. You have to decree what you don't see. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Until your words align with your works. You have to trust in what you're doing, that God's going to do that thing for you. If you are somehow off, God will redirect you as you flow in the thing that you feel like God told you to do. But you always speak future. Never betray your success. Never betray your brand or your gift with your language. Always speak positively about your brand, about your language, about your purpose, about your dreams, about your vision. Don't you dare betray yourself, your dreams, your vision, whatever, with your words. Because the same way you can betray your dreams or your vision, you can actually turn your life and your dreams and your visions in the right directions, your product, your service, whatever it is, by using the right language. The Bible says that the power of life or death is in your tongue. So why not speak life? Regardless of what we're saying about the future, is made up. It's all made up. So why not say what you want to see instead of saying things about your future that you really don't want to see? So always speak future and decree what you don't see until you see it. And don't stop doing that. You keep speaking life into your brand, into your business, into your dreams, your products, your services, whatever. You keep speaking life until you see life. All right. So here's a declaration. I'm going to let y'all go so I can get ready for prayer. I am committed to the unseen. And it's a hard commitment. I can tell you right now, it's a hard commitment. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button on my channel. I am committed to the unseen. I will not abandon what God is building just because I can't see it yet. That's the danger of it all. Giving up too soon. The silence of my season is not the absence of God. If you don't hear God right now, you feel like you're kind of in limbo. No, 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 no. That's not the absence of God. That's the soil of your breakthrough. If you don't hear anything, stick with the last thing you heard. Have you done the last thing you heard? There are some instructions that I was sitting on, and once I realized, wait a minute, I should probably be doing this, everything began to change for me. But I got these instructions a long time ago. I was just sitting on them. So my prayer for you tonight, this morning, however you want to look at it, is that you don't sit on the instructions, you move in them, and you give it time, and you just continue to speak life over it. Listen, the silence of your season is not the absence of God. It's the soil of your breakthrough. And I want to leave you with this. Strategy demands that you outlast invisibility. You gotta move past what you can't see. Your commitment to the unseen is what qualifies you for the seen. Your commitment to the unseen is what qualifies you for the unseen. That's all I got right now. Thank you for dropping in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll be doing more of this. And if you have questions or you want to be a part of our social media management, part of our company, or you want to be a part of my mentorship program, you can send me an email. What is it? The oilindex@gmail.com. There you go. The oilindex@gmail.com, or you can go to my store site, warrior-apparel.org. You can look at all the different options that we have for mentorship and social media management, content creation, editing, and we would love to work with y'all. But more than anything, commit to the unseen until you see it. Bye. Commit to the unseen, Britt.